What happens when a single bridge suddenly draws the attention of precision bombs, attack drones, and coordinated strikes from multiple directions? On December 16th, circulated footage revealed a dramatic escalation near Odessa. From different camera angles in separate locations, explosions tore through a key railroad bridge in the village of Zatoka. The strikes were not isolated flashes in the dark, but a sustained and methodical attack on one of Ukraine's most important logistical arteries. Multiple media outlets confirmed that new precision-guided bombs and attack drones were used, damaging both railway and road sections of the crossing. One of the bridge's towers was reportedly destroyed. This was not just damage to infrastructure, it was a statement. Zatoka is not a random village, and its bridge is not an ordinary crossing. It is a choke point, one that connects Odessa to southwestern routes vital for transport, supply movement, and economic flow. And on that December night, it became a battlefield. The December 16th attack stood out not because bridges have never been targeted before, but because of how it was carried out. Footage showed multiple impacts striking the Zatoka bridge complex in a short time frame. Reports indicated the use of precision bombs alongside attack drones, suggesting coordination rather than a single weapon strike. One of the most telling details was the damage to a bridge tower. Towers are structural anchors. Striking them requires accuracy, planning, and confidence in the weapon's guidance systems. This was not an attempt to harass traffic temporarily. It was an attempt to degrade the bridge's structural integrity and complicate any rapid repair effort. Zatoka's bridge carries both rail and road traffic, making it uniquely valuable. Rail lines move bulk cargo, fuel, and heavy equipment. Roads handle flexible transport, civilian movement, and military logistics that cannot rely on trains alone. By targeting both in one strike, the attack aimed to disrupt continuity, forcing rerouting, delays, and logistical friction. The footage made something else clear. This was not improvisation. It was an execution. What happened at Zatoka did not occur in a vacuum. On the same day, a Geran 2 unmanned aerial vehicle destroyed a civilian freight railway line passing through the village of Sarata, also in the Odessa region. While smaller in scale, the Sarata strike reinforced a growing pattern: sustained pressure on rail infrastructure. Railways are the backbone of Ukraine's logistics. They are more efficient than road transport and far harder to replace quickly when damaged. A destroyed stretch of track can halt movement across entire regions, even if frontline positions remain untouched. By hitting both a major bridge and an open railway line within hours, the attack suggested a deliberate campaign rather than coincidental targeting. The objective was not symbolic damage, but cumulative disruption, forcing engineers, security forces, and air defenses to stretch thin across multiple sites. Zatoka, in this context, was not the beginning. It was an escalation point. To understand the Zatoka strike fully, it is important to look one day earlier. On the preceding day, Russian forces continued attacks on the port of Odessa using Kh-59 missiles, FAB glide bombs, and geran UAVs. These strikes focused on port infrastructure, warehouses, handling facilities, and transport-adjacent targets. Ports are entry points. Bridges and railways are distribution channels. Together, they form a logistics chain. Targeting both ends of that chain is not accidental. The port strikes increased pressure on Odessa's maritime role, while the Zatoka attack threatened inland movement. This pairing suggests a layered operational design: degrade what comes in, then disrupt how it moves out. Rather than overwhelming air defenses in a single night, the approach spreads stress across days, targets, and weapon types. It is a method that prioritizes endurance over spectacle. The weapons used in these attacks reveal as much as the targets themselves. Fab glide bombs allow aircraft to strike from outside dense air defense zones while maintaining accuracy against fixed infrastructure. KH-59 missiles are optimized for hardened, stationary targets, making them suitable for ports, bridges, and transport hubs. Geran UAVs provide persistence, loitering, scouting, and striking when opportunities emerge. This is not saturation warfare in its traditional sense. It is precision sequencing. Drones can observe damage, identify repair efforts, and strike again. Glide bombs can collapse structures that drones alone cannot. Missiles can penetrate defenses at moments of vulnerability. Together, they create a cycle that keeps infrastructure under constant threat rather than allowing recovery between attacks. Zatoka fits perfectly into this logic. One of the most concerning elements of this campaign is the reported emergence of a new Geran 2 variant. According to the Geological Survey of Ukraine, this version equipped with an R-60 air-to-air missile. The R-60 is not a new weapon. Originally developed during the Soviet era, it is a short-range, infrared-guided missile designed to home in on heat signatures. Lightweight, fast, and highly maneuverable, it was built for dogfights and close-range engagements. Mounted on a drone, however, its role changes dramatically. A Geran 2 equipped with an R-60 is no longer just a strike drone. It becomes a threat to interceptors, helicopters, low-flying aircraft, and potentially even some air defense assets attempting to engage the UAV could find themselves targeted instead. This creates a dangerous dilemma. Air defenses must decide whether engaging a drone is worth the risk. Hesitation creates gaps. Aggression carries consequences. Either way, the drone gains leverage. In infrastructure-heavy environments like Odessa and its surrounding transport corridors, that leverage matters. And this is why the December strikes should not be viewed as isolated destruction, but as part of a broader effort to reshape the logistics battlefield itself. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.